Okay. Shh. I'm filming. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about cheap semi-hydros. Okay, so just because it's semi-hydro does not mean it needs to be an expensive option. I've done an unboxing of some nicer pots. They cost a little bit of money, but they tell you when the plant needs water. I kind of need that, but I also have so many plants, I don't do all of them in that. See a pretty, it was a teeny tiny one. I'm so glad I pulled it out of the pot because it had like a rotten or a dead one that had tons of roots and it was completely dead. So when I washed all the roots, then that one kind of came untangled and I'm left with these two. This is the pot the Ansturtium came in, and all I would do is, and you can see I've already put some beads in there. You're gonna put the beads in there and it's gonna be about an inch tall before you put the roots in. And then the roots sit on top of the beads. I'm hesitant to do that on this one because see how long those roots are and how, I don't know, I'm a little torn. So I went to see what other things I have. 50-cent net pot, of course it's too small, but I like these. This is a 3-inch net pot. You can get, 10, 20 packs on Amazon. These will fit right inside of a mason jar, wide mouth. These mason jars, and this is a propagation, so it's just water. But if I wanted to, if I needed to propagate something and I wanted to stick straight up, I put the net pot in the jar and I put the beads in, and then I kind of work it around so then it's sticking straight up. So that's that net. I like these little net pots because they're good for propagation and you can watch the roots and all of that. You can see the roots, but then you can put them in like a basket. So if you put this in here, then I have to lift it up so I can see how much water is left. You want your water to be about an inch, no more than that, and then the plant will tell you. If the plant gets a little yellow leaf, immediately dump out the water, wait 3 days, and water. I just want to show you really quickly. This is a taller jar. So I have, the last one was a wide mouth pint jar, and this is a wide mouth quart. But I want you to, when you do this, the biggest deal is how far down are those roots. The pint jar I felt like was a little short for how long these roots wanted to grow. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this Ansturtium in a quart jar. And it's gonna be really pretty. But on the other one you saw, so when you get your LECA, there's gonna be different sizes of LECA balls. So like if I grab a handful, there's gonna be little tiny and then bigger. I want the little tiny when I'm doing one of these projects because I don't want any of those roots to have big air pockets. You want the LECA to be pretty packed in there. So look for your little tiny if you're having problems. And then this is actually not the LECA brand. This one is a different bag that I got. So if you get a bag that's like odd shaped, the good thing about those, if you're doing a huge plant, is it helps it stand up better. The perfect little LECA balls are round and they bounce and they don't hold a plant very well. Now these jars, the reason why I like them, I can see the roots. I can like immediately tell whatever's going on. I can cover them with a brown paper bag, recycle brown paper bags, baskets, put several into one, bigger basket. And then the LECA is reusable. So it's hard to go wrong with this system because you probably have a jar on hand. You do have to buy the drill bit. I think it's called a diamond bit because the diamond cuts into the glass. I've read, use a little water. So I got my money plant in there, and I'm going to show you where I water it. Okay. Alright, so you can see like the water comes out of the hole, and so it only stays that deep, and I can see it's beneath the roots. So it's happy, I'm sure of it. And then I will make a little cover for it, and then I won't have to water it for 2 weeks to be above the LECA. So, and see how it drank all the water, but there's still a little dampness in there. I won't water this for 3 or 4 more days. And then if it gets a yellow leaf, and then I like to make a little cover for mine, but you can, like it's its own pot, because if the sun hits the roots, it'll grow algae. Few that I grow, there's my desert rose and my ZZ plant are both, I just put them in these jars, but I love it because I can just kind of slip off the outside and see how it's doing, see how the roots are doing. A lot of times you can tell, see how it got a little yellow from the first day, but as soon as you see growth either on the roots or new leaves, okay, it's happy, it's adjusting. So those are some of the cheap, easy ways to do hydroponics or semi-hydro plants without spending a whole lot of money. The jar, you can get these at thrift stores for 50 cents. Then you have your LECA. The drill bit I'll put on down below, and you can order it's like a drill bit for glass. And I use that drill bit on a lot of my planters as well. So hope this helps y'all, and happy planting. Bye.